Okay, I'm not fucking around, so I need to start this one out with some caveats. One, dogs are awesome. I mean, pets enrich our lives. They're a thing. I mean, they take some energy and money. We gotta care for them. They could be a little bit of a responsibility. They call them a responsibility for a reason, but my favorite dog breeds Boston Terriers because I love Boston Terriers. I had a little one named Loki. He was awesome. I love misnomers. They're not actually terriers. I don't know if you know that, but and American Bulldogs. Love American Bulldogs. Had an awesome American Bulldog named Diesel, and they were good friends for me. They were pretty cool to hang out with. And I love healthy relationships and dating and women and self awareness. And so I'm not anti anything. I'm definitely not here to go just bashing just in general on anything. But dudes, don't fuck around with girls that are dog owners. Just don't even fuck with it. Like, girls, nobody gives a fuck about your dog. And I need you to know that. Like, I really need you to know in your heart that the dude doesn't give a fuck about your dog. Like, your dog is a pain in the ass, probably. Now, there are caveats here. You can be a dog owner and know how pack mentality works. You don't let your dog sleep in bed with you. You are on top of shit. You work as the pack leader. Your dog doesn't have anxiety issues because things are in balance the way they're supposed to. That's why dogs make awesome pets, because they're pack animals. You're the pack leader. It works a certain way. So what I'm talking about here is a couple years ago I saw a dude that had somewhere online, he just said, I don't date any girls with dogs. And I remember at the time thinking, what the fuck, man? Is he insecure? What's the deal? He made some reference like he doesn't want to come in second or something. And I was like, this dude's weird. He's got problems. Fast forward, and about a year ago, now I think online dating profiles are like, there's a little bubble that uses them, and you're just going to end up in that bubble. So, okay, Cupid, Match, whatever, Tinder, I don't even actually know what all apps there are, but any of those, like, you're gonna be fishing in the same pond. You're gonna catch the same exact kind of girl. I mean, there's like the quintessential girl that uses that. So that's problem number one. But I started an account just out of curiosity about some stuff, and I didn't even have a legit picture of me. I wasn't trying to find somebody to like date or marry on there. And I started coming across profiles, and it was profile after profile after profile with fur baby in it. With one girl went as far as, I remember this, like, it's crazy. She went as far as to say her dog is a gold medal winner, and anybody who dates her has to be okay with always placing always coming in with silver. Um, but it's picture after picture of girl with their dog and pictures of the dog, and nobody gives a fuck about your dog. You have to know this. Do you really not know this? So I'm gonna warn you, dudes, of the problems when you're dealing with a girl who's already in a committed relationship and emotionally attached to her dog. One, she's imbalanced. She has trust issues. She has abandonment issues. She's not mentally well. She needs therapy. A dog is not a human replacement. She's going to treat it like it is. A dog is not a baby. It's not a child. She's going to anthropomorphize it. Is that right? Anthropomorphize? Anthropomorphize? I don't know. She's going to do it. Where she's going to humanize it. She's going to attach human traits to it. It misses me. It this, it that, it this, it that. It's fucking problematic. Like, she's always gonna tell you how a dog is way more loyal than any man, and you will never be able to compete with this critter. Like, you can't. There's nothing you can do. Your IQ is above a 6, I'm hoping, and so there's nothing you could do. This animal is like cuddles with her unconditionally and is there for her on the hard days and listens to her and this, and it looks at her cute and it blah 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 blah. There's nothing you could do. Now, here are some of the disadvantages. She's going to be illogical about what she's willing to spend on this animal, right? It costs $50 at the pound. It's awesome. She saved it. That's super cool. If it was like close to dying, she'd probably spend thousands of dollars, even take out a line of credit to fix this dog, even though that she could just go get another dog for $50. her life is about caring for this animal. You know, there's this joke about if aliens watched us, they would be confused. They would come and talk to the dogs because we follow them around and clean up their shit and feed them, and we behave as servants. But that's kind of a reality of it. There are going to be no spontaneous weekend trips or adventures. There is going to be no long term like traveling. You're not going to travel for weeks at a time. It's going to be a pain in the ass. She probably lets her dog sleep in bed with her. If she doesn't, we're talking about a different girl. She's got a much saner mentality. She understands something about dogs and how to interact with a dog, and she probably has a much healthier perspective. But if we're talking about the typical girl that is using her dog as a man replacement, you really have to watch out. So I'm not going to talk about the fur issues because she'll talk about how she vacuums that out of bed. There's the like dog looking at you while you're having sex stuff. That's weird. But I mean, that's I guess subjective. The sleepovers are going to be at her house. They're not going to be at your house. There's gonna be times where she's tired because she's got to get home after work. Maybe she drives far. She's got to get home and take care of the dog, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. Dude, you're pretty much always gonna come in second. I posted another video about dating girls that have kids and why that is a no-no with certain girls. It's the same type of girl. It's the same type of mentality where they're using this thing, they're projecting onto this thing or their child, either their pet or their child. And that, man, it sucks. But I would rather date a girl with a kid, probably. If I had to choose between dog and kid, because remember, this dog is gonna live 8 years and it's gonna be gone. Like, it's dead. It's a fucking animal. It doesn't live super long. So I highly recommend you never. You will know the girl. You'll know the girl when you start dating her. She's not gonna be right in the head about the dog thing. Let's see. Is there anything else while I wrap this up? I feel like there was some point I wanted to make in all this, but I mean, I think that's it. Like, she's already in a committed relationship with something. She's already has something that's meeting emotional needs of hers on a level that it shouldn't. She's already projecting a lot onto this thing, human characteristics and traits and emotions, and you know, she's going to tell you that this dog loves her, and she's going to tell you this fucking creepy shit when it comes to a dog. So I would just stay clear, man. I mean, she's probably, who knows? I don't know. I'm gonna guess she's probably in her late 20s, early 30s. She's been let down by a couple dudes, a few dudes, whatever. She has some issues. She's not going to therapy. She's gonna be alone for a long time, and you know, there's nothing you could do to fix that shit. So save yourself the headache. Avoid the girl with the dog. If you have an online dating profile, you see girls with pictures of dogs in their profile, they like actually think you give enough of a fuck, like that you want. That's like a thing that they're putting out there. They want you to know this thing is a big part of my life. And so that should be a warning sign. I would say the same thing if you were a girl and a dude had a picture of his car in his dating profile. Like, why is that such a salient, like, relevant sort of thing to put in there? So be careful and good luck. And if I remember something else, I will put that shit in the comments. But I think that's it. I think I'm good.